Jayco's synonymous with RVing. What began on a small family farm, building RVs their own families and neighbors could trust, has grown into an industry leader responsible for some of the best-selling towables on the market. Jayco spent nearly 6 decades as the trusted name behind countless outdoor adventures. Today, we're at their manufacturing facilities in Middlebury, Indiana for a closer look at what's behind iconic towables like the J-Feather, J-Flight, Eagle, North Point, Pinnacle, and Seismic, which are award-winning brands that continue to evolve with new floor plans and features. Jayco really sets the bar with an industry-leading warranty, custom frames, enhanced construction standards, and a reputation for quality they've earned across generations of customers. The result is more of a culture than a company, with a safe, proud RV owner at the end of every build. With over 700 acres and 13 dedicated facilities in Middlebury, plus 2,000 employees dedicated to towables nationwide, Jayco's operation is a small empire, constantly at work to improve the camping experience for its customers, all while remaining true to the company's core values. And Jayco is consistently consistent, we've heard them say, and it's true. Absolutely everything in the process is tracked, documented, and aligned with rigorous standards honed through years of experience, testing, and customer feedback. Jayco's dedicated to the process, as seen by its continual investment in facilities, workforce, and technology. I mean, take for example this all-new 200,000 square foot facility to house their new luxury fifth wheel manufacturing line, or their dedicated PDI centers where every RV undergoes a comprehensive 100% inspection before it leaves the lot. Or that they frequently celebrate employees with 5, 10, even 20 years of service. Team members that Jayco credits as the foundation of their success. The Jayco team is an antenna, constantly collecting data and seeking feedback on their products from customers, dealers, and even some teammates who hit the road in the very products they build. That feedback has led to the cutting-edge innovation and reliability that Jayco is known for. But these components only tell half the story. To understand Jayco Towables, you've got to understand the higher standard they set for themselves and for their customers. Everything really comes back to the very important fact that their warranty is 2 times longer than the industry standard. 2 years, 2 camping seasons, and a commitment to making sure your RV is built to last. That extended coverage of a 2-year warranty paired with a 3-year structural warranty also gives Jayco something most manufacturers don't have: long-term insight. Because let's face it, right? Most RV owners don't really test the limits of their camper in the first year. It's often that second year when owners start to see what their RV is truly capable of. For Jayco, that second year of warranty information is priceless in their continued pursuit of quality, helping them better understand the customer experience and how to build for the future. Jayco's warranty also means that every supplier they work with has to commit their components to a longer warranty, not to mention a critical amount of testing. In fact, Jayco has often helped vendors improve or finalize new products purely because of their high requirements and premier R&D department. Jayco has effectively become an industry gatekeeper, ensuring that only the strongest components appear on their towables. If you need more proof, well, it's in the build. It all starts with the frame, more importantly, a custom frame. Most Jayco travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels are built on a welded steel frame that's been specifically engineered to serve each unique design. The advantages are significant and long-lasting. Each travel trailer frame starts with a fully integrated A-frame that passes through the nose plate and receives a continuous 360-degree weld before being fused to the main I-beams. Full-width outriggers are secured with high-strength lag bolts to evenly distribute loads and resist torsion. Meanwhile, Norco welds are performed using robotics to ensure consistency and maximize structural integrity. For Jayco's fifth wheels, like North Point and Pinnacle, the chassis begins with a 12-inch structural steel I-beam joined to a 10-inch drop frame, which lowers the deck height, accommodates Jayco's 102-inch wide-body construction, and improves towing stability. Cross members run both vertically and horizontally to prevent sagging or twisting. Even the axles are carefully positioned to improve towing stability and reduce common issues like fishtailing, chucking, and bucking. So what's behind the Jayco name in towables? Well, a dedicated team that understands how every structural decision, starting with the frame, translates to a better experience for the person who tows it. Here's more. Each of Jayco's towable chassis are equipped with a range of different suspension components and running gear. Things like 16-ply H-rated tires, Dexter axles and more ride suspension systems, never adjust brakes and wet bolts, provide smoother towing. And you should know, Jayco's team prides itself on having completed significant field testing on their components, truly pushing them to their literal breaking point before choosing them for any Jayco line. More testing, higher standards, better results. And that commitment to quality and consistency carries across every product they build. When you familiarize yourself with the Jayco lineup, you see some core consistencies across their different brands. Custom frames, solid hardwood cabinets, Magnum Truss roofs, the 2+3 warranty. Even across their different travel trailer and fifth wheel lines, many of the differences have more to do with their features than their construction. It's the type of camping experience you want, not the quality, as that stays true through every Jayco. One of those consistencies is their vacuum bonded walls, which for all laminated towables originates from a dedicated lamination facility. Imagine 144 tons of pressure applied for 16 to 18 minutes on a 5-layer panel of welded aluminum framing, foam core, metal backer, Asdel or Luan composite, and fiberglass, only then to have all the air vacuumed out to create an ultra durable hold. Well, that's the heart of Jayco's Stronghold VBL process, producing consistent wall panels that resist delamination. All this takes place in a fully climate-controlled chamber where temperature and relative humidity are held to exact tolerances. This is also where Jayco's dedication to consistency really shines. They monitor and track every detail of this process, from any fluctuations in humidity to the batch of glue and materials used, so that any potential error can be caught and fixed. Yes, that is decades worth of day-to-day data. The facility itself is kept immaculately clean, with dust and airborne particulates rigorously filtered out, all to eliminate a primary cause of premature delamination. The result is a wall that's lighter, better insulated, quieter, and built to last. Those very walls help support another core component of the Jayco build, the Magnum Truss roof system. Used across every Jayco towable, the Magnum Truss system has been engineered to test at 4,500 pounds with less than a ½ inch of deflection. Precision cut trusses are joined with oversized nail plate fasteners on both faces, delivering up to 50% more bearing area for superior load distribution and sag resistance. 3/8-inch plywood decking is screwed directly to every cross member, and on most campers, all is covered by an industry-leading Alpha TPO roof membrane with a limited lifetime warranty, providing a seamless weatherproof seal. A variation of the Magnum Truss roof system that appears on Jayco's luxury fifth wheels provides thicker insulation flush to the edges, keeping interiors quieter and more energy efficient. The Magnum Truss roof design plays a key role in Jayco's Helix cooling system, a smarter, more efficient approach to RV climate control. By increasing the roof crown height and eliminating sidewall tapers, Jayco prevents dust restriction and preserves the full efficiency of its fiberglass bad insulation, so there's no more compressed R value around the ducts. Coupled with a higher output furnace and ducted AC registers, the climate control system heats and cools faster, runs quieter, and maintains a more consistent interior temperature. Benefits made possible only by a holistic, floor-to-ceiling design approach. It's true piece by piece, component by component. Every Jayco towable reflects countless refinements to improve the camper experience. And it's that same attitude that drives Jayco's unparalleled level of quality control, seen through their rigorous pre-delivery inspection process. Jayco's commitment to quality doesn't end at the assembly line. It extends into 5 dedicated PDI buildings in Middlebury and Idaho, where every towable undergoes a 100% standalone inspection before it ever reaches a dealer. In fact, this was one of the most impressive things we learned when talking to Jayco. When other manufacturers were responding to increased pandemic demand by investing in increased production, Jayco made the strategic investment to beef up their PDI and quality control infrastructure, which is just yet another example of a culture dedicated to building a better product and truly standing behind it. Backed by Jayco's industry-leading 2+3-year warranty, the PDI department reports to its own director, and its technicians then aren't pressured or incentivized to rush units out the door. After assembly and finish, each RV is transported to its respective PDI facility as opposed to the last 15 yards of production. So the focus remains squarely on checking and rechecking every system. Each unit flows through 8 specialized stations where they check everything from appliance operation to water pressure and leak tests. This includes the kitchen, bathrooms, roof, lighting, and towing components, and the last 3 stations are dedicated to reworking, making fixes, and final cleanup. Technicians record every pass and fail and note details on handheld devices tied to each RV's VIN, creating a complete digital audit trail. Jayco is also rolling out shake table tests at PDI to simulate road vibrations and catch latent issues before shipment. So maybe you're seeing a theme, right? I mentioned that Jayco was an antenna, collecting data and feedback from numerous sources and consistently improving their processes and RVs based on that information. From PDI logs to warranty claims, customer surveys, and feedback from dealer advisory councils, everything feeds back into engineering and production. The result is fewer post-delivery fixes, continuous design refinements, and RVs that truly live up to Jayco's promise to its customers. Reinvestment is key to Jayco's long-term success, and it goes beyond reinvesting in their facilities and technology. As Jayco says, our people are our product. Focused on employee, dealer, and technician education, Jayco offers specialized training, certifications, and RV service programs that not only support employee growth and retention, but also strengthen the industry as a whole. Even Jayco's local community bears the mark of a company that knows its roots and knows the importance of treating their neighbors right. At any given time, Jayco's partnering with local organizations, hosting events, outreaches, and spearheading projects that directly impact their community. Jayco's promise is in the frame, walls, roof, and quality control. It's in their 2-year warranty, their relationship with suppliers and component manufacturers, their investment in people and their community. It just comes down to a better RV. That's truly the lens to understand Jayco's approach to manufacturing and the culture around building a more reliable RV. I'm Ian with Camping World. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see ya.